Of the Congressional Black Caucus. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know a lot is going on, but at this point, the bottom line, you are undecided, as I've been told. What are you waiting to hear from the president and the administration before you decide if you are yes or no here?
Well, I trust the president, I respect the president, and we're open to the presentation of information that we will begin to hear with Susan Rice and other members of the administration, and then tomorrow, the president's remarks to the American people. But the bar is high. I do believe, based on the information that I've seen, Tamron, that chemical weapons were used by the Assad regime against innocent civilians in a Damascus suburb. That is unfortunate, and that cannot be condoned and allowed to have occurred without sanction. But the important question is an appropriate response at this moment a military strike? Over the last few days, all throughout the district that I represent, constituent after constituent came up to me and indicated that they were either opposed to a military strike or extremely concerned about the possibility that it could lead to further escalation. And so one of the important questions that I'll ask of the administration is, what are the assurances that a military strike will have the effect in deterring the Assad regime from moving forward and not lead to a situation where we get further involved in a conflict that spirals out of control? Next thing you know, we have boots on the ground, a diversion of resources away from our domestic priorities, and another quagmire.
Well, you've mentioned, as you stated, you support and trust the president here. If the administration says that there won't be boots on the ground, as the president has noted, why wouldn't the trust then extend to that assertion as well?
Well, it's because it's a very difficult region, and you've got bad actors on both sides of the conflict. The Assad regime gassing its own people, connected to Hezbollah and Iran on one side of the issue, and then on the other side, you've got al-Qaeda activists and operatives who are part of the rebel forces. And so any involvement at this point in time seems unpredictable in terms of what the consequences will be. We also learned an important lesson recently in the Middle East, where there was a dictator that left in Egypt, and while democracy was supposed to have flourished, a bad situation went to a situation that is even more uncertain and threatens many of our allies in the region, including Israel.
Congressman Jeffries, thank you so much for your time. Again, as mentioned, members of the Congressional Black Caucus are scheduled to meet with National Security Advisor Susan Rice around 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you again, Congressman, for your